The ancient truth of male vitality isn't a secret held captive in dusty archives, but a powerful, vibrant energy field encoded within the very biology of the masculine form. This energy, when consciously conserved and refined, triggers a genetic memory so deep it fundamentally alters the way the world perceives the man who holds it. As we begin to explore this profound, transformative practice of conscious life force mastery, I want to invite you right now, around this fourth line, to join a community of men who are actively charting this course toward inner sovereignty and strength. You'll find the link to our Telegram channel in the description below. Become part of this revolution in male consciousness. The practice of semen retention, known across various ancient traditions, is far more than mere abstinence. It is an internal alchemical process where the most potent creative energy is consciously This redirection shifts the energy from a fleeting, external discharge to a sustained, internal fortification. This process immediately begins to elevate the man's entire being, initiating subtle yet powerful changes in his endocrinology and neurology. The consistent retention of the seed upregulates the sensitivity of his androgen receptors, making the free-flowing testosterone more efficiently utilized. This doesn't just translate to physical vitality, but to a profound improvement in intellectual clarity, decisiveness, and emotional stability. He transforms from a man swayed by impulse into a pillar of calm, centered power. This centered power is the first silent signal that radiates outward, a pheromonal signature of self-mastery that is unmistakable to others. This aura of competency and self-possession is instantly registered by the deep, instinctual mechanisms of the female psyche. Women's biological and genetic blueprints are intricately wired to seek the most stable, resourceful, and vital mate for the security and propagation of healthy offspring. Her ancient limbic system isn't primarily concerned with superficial wealth or fleeting status symbols. It is meticulously scanning for survival, stability, and generative power. The retained seed, the life force made manifest as an internal reservoir of chi, signals all three with an intensity that transcends modern social signaling. This is where the concept of her genetic memory becomes a literal, tangible phenomenon. The female psyche carries a timeless, evolutionary blueprint, a subconscious memory of the most powerful and protective male archetypes. She remembers the conscious warrior, the steadfast provider, the king who secured the lineage. When she encounters a man vibrating with the potent, conserved energy of retained life force, that ancient blueprint is immediately triggered. A deep, instinctual recognition fires off within her core. This recognition is not a conscious thought or a romantic assessment. It is a primal magnetic affirmation that says, "This man possesses the internal fortitude of the ancients. This man is a rock of competence and unshakable will." Only a man who is a master of his own vital essence can inspire this feeling of profound, subconscious security. The man who retains proves to himself and to the world that he is capable of self-control. A man who can control his most powerful, primal urges is deemed trustworthy and capable of controlling the external circumstances of his life, his career, and his future. This is the very definition of timeless male power. Not aggressive dominance, but competent self-mastery that organically radiates protective capability. This disciplined redirection of energy is the great sexual transmutation. It takes the raw, explosive force of the creative impulse and refines it into a focused beam of genius, productivity, and charisma. The practitioner experiences heightened neurogenesis in the prefrontal cortex, improving problem-solving abilities and emotional regulation. His brain literally becomes more wired for enduring success and unshakable stability. This elevated inner state immediately changes his external presentation. His voice tonality drops to a deeper, more resonant frequency. His eye contact becomes a piercing, unwavering gaze of presence. His posture settles into a state of relaxed, grounded readiness. These are all nonverbal cues of a high-status, high-value male that her genetic memory is instinctively hardwired to identify and respond to. She remembers the men who built the foundations of society, the protectors who ensured the survival of the clan, and the wise leaders who thrive through discipline. The man who embodies semen retention is spiritually, energetically, and biologically a direct descendant of that powerful, ancient archetype. He achieves this state not through birthright alone, but through the deliberate cultivation of his own most valuable inner resource. He transforms himself from a man driven by momentary impulse into a conscious man who commands his energy with surgical precision. This conscious command is the true source of his magnetic power, a profound force that naturally draws opportunity, respect, and deep, committed connection. He is no longer walking through life seeking external validation. He is actively radiating immense value. He is a walking, breathing embodiment of generative possibility, which is the highest form of appeal to the female instinct. This is a signal of a rich, abundant inner world and an excess of life force available to share, to build a future, and to lead with confidence. The practice of retention becomes a sacred duty to one's own highest potential, a deep commitment to becoming the ultimate version of the masculine force. This profound internal transformation is the bedrock of all external recognition. It is the reason why men who commit to this path report immediate, tangible shifts in how they are treated by everyone they encounter, how their professional lives accelerate with uncanny fortune, and how the quality of the women they attract dramatically improves. The universe, in its elegant and unwavering symmetry, simply reflects back the energy we consciously hold within. When the core life force is conserved, honored, and utilized for higher, more meaningful pursuits, the universe responds by showering the practitioner with the direct fruits of that elevated intention. This fulfills the promise of timeless male power, a power that is quiet, steady, sustainable, and unconditionally magnetic. It is a silent, ongoing symphony of instinctual attraction playing out in the grand theater of daily life. This confirms that the oldest and most reliable path to true, lasting strength is not through aggression or forceful acquisition, but through conservation, discipline, and conscious, energetic transmutation. The goal is the state of being the internal generator, rather than perpetually seeking to be the recipient of external validation and fleeting pleasures. This ongoing journey, this unwavering commitment to internal mastery, is what powerfully sets a man apart in the modern world. It elevates him above the pervasive noise and weakness of contemporary culture and places him firmly in the quiet, commanding realm of the sovereign male. This is the man whose very presence commands respect, not through threats or false bravado, but through a deeply felt, innate sense of unshakable competence and profound self-respect. This is a level of being that is universally felt and recognized at a primal, genetic level by every person he encounters, and most powerfully by the women who carry the ancestral memory of the true king, the very archetype that he has deliberately and consciously chosen to embody. This is your birthright, if you choose to claim it through disciplined action. Now, as you integrate the deep, transformative implications of this ancient and immensely powerful practice, remember that this mission to awaken and share these vital truths is only possible because of your generous support. Therefore, if this message resonated deeply with the truth within your own being, please consider contributing by clicking the thanks button below. Every single contribution, no matter how modest the amount, is genuinely and deeply appreciated, and is critically important in helping us continue to bring you this vital, life-changing knowledge and to expand this growing community of conscious, powerful men.